Good afternoon, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. Wanted to give you a complete update on what's going on with today's strong thunderstorms that are moving through right now. Weather impact alert is in effect now through 10 o'clock. Through 10 o'clock, this is going to take several hours to complete this cycle of rain and thunder this evening. What are the impacts this evening? Damaging straight line winds are possible. Large hail, possible. Heavy rain, likely. An isolated tornado is not out of the question either. So here's where we stand right now. Look at the rain. Thunder showers, clusters of them, just sweeping across all of southeast Texas, from Columbus to Brenham to Katy to the Woodlands to Kingwood and Humble to Liberty up to Livingston and all the way over to Beaumont and Lake Charles. And more storms in north central Texas. We're going to talk about those in just a minute. Those are going to be a player in our evening weather. What's happening right now? Severe thunderstorm warning for this one in northeast Harris County, north side of Lake Houston. 60-mile-an-hour gusts possible. 1-inch diameter hail, so you're talking about a quarter-size hail. That can dent your hood. Try to get your car under cover if you can. That one's drifting southeast at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. That's the storm now hitting Liberty that did earlier get warned for a tornado, now just producing heavy rain, lightning, and thunder in Liberty. So that's what's going on the north and east side. Closer view of this one, and you can expect to at least see pea to dime-size hail at the very least out of that thunderstorm cell. Let's see, there's Dogwood Acres, Huffman Cleveland Road, there's Huffman proper, there's FM 2100. So right there, Huffman 2100, you're getting that heavy rain shaft with probably at least small hail of pea to dime size in that. Atascocita, it's just north of you. There's Timberline Acres, here's 69, there's the Kingwood area. You're getting rain, but the really bad stuff is to the east of Kingwood over toward Huffman, and it is moving right toward the Huffman area. I've got a storm track on that. So it's in Huffman right now. Eastgate, if that holds together, reaches you by 3:06 here in just a few minutes, and Crosby by 3:38 as it's moving southeast at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. A little further north, there's Lake Conroe. Just had this big thunderstorm sweep up across the lake. That one has intensified as it's gone across the lake. So now getting into the northern tip of Lake Conroe, getting up into the Sam Houston National Forest, lightning and thunder up there. Huntsville, that one's moving in your direction. Not severe at the moment, but expect lightning and thunder, Huntsville and Walker County here in the next few minutes. A couple of thunder showers up towards Shepherd and 59 south side of Lake Livingston. Those at the moment are not severe, just producing rain and thunder. Out to the west side we go. Brenham just got soaked with rain and thunder coming across 290, now lifting into the northern half of Washington County. But there's more coming for you. That's a thunderstorm warning for this one just north of Cistern. That one moving toward the Giddings area and expanding as it does so. That's a severe thunderstorm near Columbus right now. Expect pea to dime size hail out of that one. And that one moving to the east-northeast at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Katy, that storm is weakened north of you for the moment. So that's where we stand. And just one more thing I'm noticing here before we move along. Here in Harris County, we're beginning to get some development and some fill in here. Let's just stop this right here. Yeah, right in here, north side of Harris County. See Spring and Bush Cut and the Airport and Cypress. So right in this area, we're getting development. It's not a thunderstorm at the moment, Bush Spring, but this could very quickly ignite into strong thunderstorms toward the Spring area. That's up there along the 99 connector and 5969 and I-45 and the Hardy Toll Road. So right in here, just a little heads up, we could see some active storms beginning to fire. Now, big picture, there's all the rain and thunder, which is developing in a very unstable atmosphere ahead of this impulse. That's associated with our frontal boundary. That is racing southeast at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. So that will end up being a player in our evening storm forecast. Closer look at it. The entire line is now warned with a severe thunderstorm warning. So we're getting hail and gusty wind, Killeen to Waco to just about to Corsicana. Just to set your bearings, Franklin, there you are. There's Bryan College Station. So you're quiet for the moment, but this is all racing in your direction. It's moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. So let's put a storm track on it and see when it's going to get here. Bryan College Station, it reaches you by 4:41. Huntsville 5:24. Conroe by 6 o'clock. So again, racing southeast, reaches right in here, the Conroe area by 6:08. And then if it's going to hold together, downtown Houston by 7 o'clock. So it may be that we get these scattered thunder showers off and on for the next several hours, the rest of the afternoon. And then this is what slams into Houston right around 7 o'clock. Now, it remains to be seen how much energy these storms are wringing out of the atmosphere. How much energy can they wring out before that line of storms gets into it? If this can wring out the energy, this will lower the severe threat for tonight. If it can't get the energy wrung out, when that hits it, it's going to hit into some pretty juicy air, and that will keep the severe threat going. That's why we got the severe weather impact alert in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. That's the big setup. So here's the way FutureTrack sees it. Here's where it initiated. It has picked up a little bit on the lineup here, but really the model's not seeing it too much, but we know it's there. It is picking up on all of this. So this should be a pretty good forecast from FutureTrack. This is now. We'll roll ahead of time into 4:30, 5 o'clock. See, it really doesn't pick up on that line, but it does intensify storms here. So I think that's what it's picking up on, is that line pushing into our northern counties 5, 6 o'clock. But that's a swath of heavy rain and thunder, street ponding, low visibility, a real mess to travel across Houston and southeast Texas this afternoon. And this evening we get into 6:30, 7 o'clock, and there now will be the leading edge of that frontal boundary pushing in. So that's when it reaches the I-10 corridor by 7 o'clock. And that's just everybody getting wet from Austin all the way down the 290 corridor into Houston. The I-10 corridor is soaking wet. I-45, 59, 69, I-10 East, Baytown East Freeway, all getting rain and soaked in downtown Houston at 7 o'clock. So a mess of a Friday afternoon and evening. We go into 8:30, leading edge of the front pushes into the coastal counties. That's where the strongest storms will be by 8 o'clock. We'll go into 9:30. See how the stronger colors, those bright purples, are here now? That's where the leading edge of the front's going to be. Back behind it, lingering rain showers by 9:30. But it lingers. Brenham, Columbus, Katy, Liberty, Winnie, all to Galveston by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Still rainy, heaviest storms pushing off the coast. And by 11 o'clock, things are settling down, but still rain and thunder right on the coast as the front pushes off and away. Severe threat, and this is why we really upped the weather impact alert for the day. We went from yesterday, they had this area outlined in a 2, a yellow, a 2 out of 5 threat, and then this morning looked at the atmosphere, Storm Prediction Center upped it to a 3 on a 5-tiered threat level for severe storms. We've seen multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. We've had one tornado warning in Liberty County, so all of that has certainly verified for the afternoon. It's interesting, the hail threat, the greatest hail threat here to the north and west, but some of the largest hail has already been in Liberty County, just south and west of Liberty, as that severe thunderstorm that did pop a tornado warning earlier moved in. Radar was indicating hailstones at least the size of ping pong ball. So, you know, the hail threat is certainly here, but even though we're not in the hash mark, we're close enough to where we have to watch for all severe weather threats. And really, it's the street flooding. This is classic street flooding weather for Houston and southeast Texas. Every little low water crossing, all the entrance and exit ramps to the freeways. And you get into the rural counties, anytime you get to a little low water crossing, expect to have some high water in it with rain and thunder. And rainfall rates in some of these storms is coming down at 4 to 5 inches per hour. So once again, severe weather impact and alert until 10 o'clock tonight. We will continue to update here on Plus and on our social and digital platforms, and a complete update on the TV side and on KHOU 11 Plus live at 4 o'clock. We'll see you then.